What's up, guys? It's a spent man coming to you from the beautiful North Country. Today, I'm going to be talking about why logos is deeper than logic. And Viktor Frankl wrote about this in his book, Man's Search for Meaning, right? Meaning is code for logos, and logos is deeper than logic. And a lot of times the information that's presented to us in the information-based world that we live in is presented from the perspective of the presenter being highly logical, and the adversary or the point that they're trying to dismantle as being highly illogical and unscientific. And in the world that we're living in, that's growing more and more mad and more bizarre, it's really easy. There's an abundance of illogical things out there and illogical ideas floating in the ether of the collective consciousness. And so it's low-hanging fruit to just find some of these ridiculous instances, such as a man who literally can't talk being elected to Congress, and public schools being turned into gender reassignment camps, and theft being seen as virtuous in our culture. All of these things are highly illogical, but if we just keep on pining on about how ridiculous that they are and how absurd that they are, we're missing the point, right? Because we're not suffering in our world from a lack of information. We're suffering in our world from a lack of meaning and a lack of logos. So there's plenty of things that speak to people's minds, but there's a real lack and scarcity of things or people or places or things that speak to people's souls, right? And so that is my message for today, that logos is deeper than logic. And if we try to connect with meaningful things, we can become more reasonable. And in the long term, I'm really bullish on things being nice and making sense and being logical. But in the short term, I'm really not, because I think that things need to get more and more bizarre, that there needs to be more and more tyranny, more and more theft. It's gonna need to get crazier and crazier, and for people to learn the lessons, right? Because in life, generally speaking, we ignore the lessons in our life. They keep on coming around over and over and over again until we listen. And in this collectivized world that is really kind of tyrannized over the individual, the beauty of all of the madness in the world is that it just can't work. Destructive things cannot work. So as much as they might tyrannize over us right now and make things seem bleak, we should really be bullish on the long term, just knowing that ridiculous things that want to eliminate our personal freedoms, our freedom of speech, our freedom to have and hold and protect private property, they can't last for that long. The human spirit will rise up above these things at some point. It's a certainty, it's an eventuality. So that is my message for today, guys. Logos is deeper than logic. Tap into your meaning and try and find meaning, and you'll escape, or not escape, but you'll thrive through the meaning crisis, right? Because that is what we're existing through right now, the meaning crisis. And when we find this meaning, it makes it easier to zoom out and kind of look at the world as a cosmic comedy, because that's what it is, right? Because if we zoom out, we know that we really don't understand this earth that we live on that much, right? Man has devised these systems, these democratic systems, to try and control the world or the realm of humanity, right? But as far as the medium that we live on, the earth, a lot of people are just kind of scared and don't understand the earth. They're scared of, the temperature changing and all of this sort of nonsense. But anyway, logos is deeper than logic, and zoom out and laugh at the cosmic comedy, guys, because it's going to be a strange trip, and we might as well enjoy it while we're here to enjoy it. But that is my message for today, guys, from the beautiful North Country. This has been the Spent Man. Thanks so much for watching, guys. Bye-bye.